Capital Views is sponsored by Northrim Bank, Alaska Oil and Gas Association, ConocoPhillips, and Linden.
Hi, I'm Tim Bradner with the Alaska Legislative Digest, and welcome to Capitol Views. And welcome today to Randy Bates, the Commissioner of the Department of Environmental Conservation. Randy, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me here. I appreciate the invite, and I appreciate what you do during session to keep us informed.
Well, thank you. Commissioner, you have a long track record with the state and with water quality and habitat issues. Maybe you could just quickly review all the different things you've done.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. It's a privilege to work at the state. Been here for about 25 years in different capacities. I started at Commerce back in 1994, front desk clerk, range 6, answering telephones, delivering mail. And I progressed into the governor's office in 1997 in coastal management. We moved into DNR in the early 2000s, and I worked at coastal management for about 14 years. Finishing up as director of the Division of Coastal and Ocean Management. And then when that program sunsetted, I moved into Fish and Game within the Division of Habitat. And that was a real wonderful opportunity. I worked there for 4 years. Took a short break, came back under the Dunleavy administration as the director of water, and worked there for about 4 years and moved into the commissioner of DEC. And so it's a wonderful level of experience for me, having been at DNR, having been at Fish and Game, and now having been at DEC. And what a privilege to be in a position like this as commissioner.
Well, thank you for that. It probably dates me a little bit, but I remember your different roles and through the years in different positions and in the issues you worked on. But right now, you're in charge of a pretty interesting department. Just in a nutshell, what does DEC do?
Yeah, interesting for sure. And I'll tell you, in taking this job, trying to come up with how do I explain what the department does in a 30-second elevator speech window. And while we have a lofty goal and mission of conserving, protecting, managing human health impacts and impacts to the environment, it really boils down to what I characterize as if you breathe, if you eat, if you drink, or if you discharge, whether you're a body or a building, DEC has a role in your life, in your everyday life. And what that means is we have a division of air that manages the air quality. We have a division of environmental health that manages drinking water and landfills. We have a division of water that manages wastewater and other things, village safe water, rural sanitation. We've got spill prevention and response that deals with oil spills, hazardous waste. And I'll tell you, there was nothing more illustrative of the value of our department than when we were responding to the Typhoon Halong, that typhoon that hit in western Alaska this last October. All 5 of our divisions, including our Administrative Services Division, were involved and in the field working through the issues that the communities and the residents needed us to work through, which is drinking water, clean water, wastewater, oil spills, sewer spills, erosion with landfills, the pets that were running loose that weren't evacuated. So really interesting, as you say, but really incredibly valuable department. And also every industry operating in the state, whether you're seafood, whether you're publicly owned treatment facility, whether it's oil and gas, lodge, cruise ships, mining, they all require permits from DEC. So it's critically important that we get it right, and we do. And that's trying to find that balance between the development of resources and the protection of our air, land, and water. So yeah, fun department, amazingly involved.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine what that was like after the typhoon in those communities with that much damage and contamination from fuel spills, water systems breaking, sewage systems. But speaking of rural sanitation issues, one of the things the division does, what the department does, is manage the rural safe water and sanitation programs, which involves a lot of federal funds. What's the status of things? Even prior to the typhoon, is your federal funding pretty steady and intact and program running?
Yeah, thanks, Tim. It's that Village Safe Water program is a real successful stand-up program, and so we do a couple things under there. One is funding rural and tribal water and wastewater projects, and the other one is overseeing various projects on the ground so that we can actually implement and develop some water and wastewater systems for our communities. About $80 million annually comes through that program. We've got, I believe, about 65 projects in planning phase right now and about 90 projects in the design construction phase. So 155 active projects with about $975 million involved in different stages, various stages of development for our communities. So what an opportunity, landscape changing moment to put running drinking water sewer systems into some of our communities. And if running isn't what the community wants, we've got other opportunities to help set their systems up. So it's an active program. It's well funded by the federal agencies right now, particularly through that Jobs Act infrastructure funding that I think we're in year 4 of 5 on that. So real opportunity to landscape change rural Alaska and systems.
As I recall, we have to match that also. What is the percentage of our state match?
I believe it's a very small percentage. I believe it's 10%. So it's an immense leveraging of our state match with federal funds. And so I believe, sorry, Tim, I think it's 10%. It could be as high as 20, but it is our state match is small compared to the benefit that we get from the federal funding. So really great leverage opportunity. If we get, some of our systems cost an awful lot of money, $100 million for a community, but that changes everything for that community. When you have a school and you have running water, that is a community changing moment when you have that as an opportunity and as a resource. So.
And as I recall, Commissioner, DEC manages about half of the rural projects. The other half is your partner is Alaska Native Tribal Health Consortium. Are the numbers you mentioned, are they just the DEC managed programs, or are they all combining?
Those are DEC numbers that I was citing with you. We do have a wonderful partnership with ANTHC, and we work well with them on the divvying up of projects here and there so that all of our communities have a point of contact that they can rely upon. And all of this, again, Halong, VSW, there's so much partnership that is meaningful in our system to make all of our programs run. So it's sort of the foundation is communication and collaboration.
Yeah, and I would think that the sharing the resources with the Tribal Health Consortium, which involves federal funds, requires a lot of coordination, cooperation.
Yeah, we've got a heck of a team in VSW and SRF as well, and they know what they're doing. Thankfully, they're pretty skilled at it. So,
well, Commissioner, thank you for joining us. Look forward to continuing the conversation.
Thank you so much for having me, Tim, and happy spring to you and all.